Hello watchers, welcome back with another video by Gurjit, and in today's video we're going to talk about what prompt engineering is. Okay, so this is a very new and trending topic. Not a new, but like it's a trending topic because right now everyone is talking about this since this thing ChatGPT game. And why do you even need to know about this? Because with help of this, like you can boost your productivity by 10x. Actually, you can boost that productivity. And if you are really good prompt engineer, by prompt engineering, I'll explain like what it is. By the way, here you can read the description, like this, what the prompt engineering is. But in simple word, if I would have to explain you, is it's just like writing a prompt in a such way so that you can get the desired output from ChatGPT and if you're using OpenAI any models behind the scene, you can get the response that you want. Okay, so that's what prompt engineering is in simple word. Because prompting is an art in itself right now. Because a lot of people enter simple prompts and they don't get what they exactly want. So that's where the prompt engineering thing will help you. Okay. For example, when it's about asking a very simple question like who is the Prime Minister of India and what is 2 plus 2, then it's fine. Okay, you don't need to care about that. But let's say if there is any complex problem that you're trying to solve, that you're trying to parse from a text that you want to know in a certain format, then I think in that way, a prompting can help you or really, very, very much. Okay, so that's what we are going to see in this video. And yeah, although there are like different techniques and methods out there, but I'll explain you the 4 different methods that you can have, that you can use to write a better prompts. Okay, so let's start this video. Okay, so there are like different ways to do this, but also, first of all, I never thought there are any names given to these prompting methods, but I get to know these are called different things. Okay, so first of all, we have a zero sort and then few sort prompting, and after that, we have instructional prompting. Okay, and the last but not the least, it's just a random one which I added, is experimentation. It's not even a prompting, but it's like a method or like a good thing, to be honest. Okay, so this is the 4 thing that we will talk about in this video, and we will start with the very basic one, which is zero shot prompting. I'm using GPT-4 in this video. You can use GPT 3.5 as well. It will work fine. Okay, so don't worry. So, what this zero shot prompting is, let's try to understand that first. So, by zero sort means you enter a very basic description like what it needs to do, and yeah, that's it, and it will start giving an answer. For example, a very simple example could be uh, translate a given sentence to given English sentence to Hindi. Okay, and we haven't defined anything else. Okay, but for example, let's try to understand what if you have directly ask this question to this chat GPT. So I might have written something like hey or not a hey, but translate how are you into Hindi, right? I would have said something like this. In Hindi, how are you is translated as aap kya kar kaise hain, okay, something like that. But the thing is here is nah, I don't want to read this thing in Hindi, and this is like a meaningless. I know what I'm trying to get here is like I just want to know like what is the Hindi version of this thing. So it should have returned only this, right? But it has given the initial descriptions as well, which I don't want. And also, let's say if I want to know about other sentence, in that case, I would write again this time. Okay. Let's say how are you and what are you doing or something like that. What are you doing? So here you can see like every time I'm basically defining the translate what are you doing into Hindi and things like that. I'm not saying like if you will simply put this what are you doing, then it will not work. It will work, but it's a habit. Okay, so you will use the entire sentence to to give it a more sensible question. So what zero shot prompting is, let me explain you in a new one. So here what you do, you basically here you be sorry about the background noise that is coming. It's not in my hand, so please avoid it if you can. Okay. So GPT-4. So not GPT-4. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So by zero shot prompting is basically you defines like you can say like a translate a given sentence to Hindi. Okay, and after that you will basically ask your sentence like how are you, and it will give you an answer. Wait a minute, although it shouldn't have taken this much time, but yeah, here you can see like tum kaise ho and things like that. Okay, and after that I don't have to write this thing again and again. I can simply ask like what about technology, like write about or something like what are the how many ways to define, how many ways are here to define a prompt. Okay, something like that, and it will basically translate it to Hindi. Here you can see like we haven't added this thing, although you also know that like it takes the context of the previous conversation. But this is one of the best way in which you can write prompt. Okay, not a best way, but it's a very basic way to write prompts. Okay, and it is called zero shot prompting, where you basically are giving it instruction like, hey, do this simple task, and it will start giving you an answer according to that. Okay, so it will follow the same format. So that's how you can do it. Okay, so now let's talk about the few source prompting. What does it mean? And I think it's one of the powerful way to prompt things. And let me show you with a very quick example. Okay, for let's say what I want this time is like I want there will be sentences. Okay, and I want to extract all the names in a array format. Okay, if you're from non-technical background, then just think it as a very list of names that is presented in this particular uh yeah sentence or paragraph, whatever you want to say. Okay, so let's try to do that, and I want that to be in a certain format. Point to be noted. So what I will do here, I will basically give it a sentence. Ram eats mango and meet with Shyam. Okay, here you can see like we have two different names, and what I will define answer like this in this format. There will be the first Ram and Shyam. Okay, and I will define another sentence which is like Narendra Modi is a prime minister of India. Okay, now answer would be here is like Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi. Okay, so similarly, whatever the sentence it will be, I want it to give answer accordingly. Okay, so what I want basically to extract all the names available in that particular sentence in this given array like format. Okay, so that's what I want. So now let's test this out with a really nice paragraph. So for example, Elon Musk. Let me find something about Elon Musk. His mother. Okay, so here we can see like we have a three different name. this one. Okay. So now what I will do, I will basically like copy this thing and I will paste it here and I will enter this. Okay. Now this is the answer. Okay. Now I will answer this, and then here you can see like it has extracted out all the name: Elon, Reeve, Musk, May, Musk, Kirol, Musk, Kimball, and Tosca in this particular array-like format. Okay. So similarly, now if I do something, mm, later in the Musk founded company, yeah, here's we have a Peter Thiel and things like that. Let's try to copy this. And if I do this now, like a sentence, here you can see it has extracted like the Peter Thiel from this paragraph. Okay, so that's how few sorts prompting work, where you basically add some examples like this one, and this one, and it starts giving you an answer according to that. Okay, and this is the really very powerful if you are working with um, such a complex problem. Not a it's not actually complex problem, but yeah, problem like this, to be honest. And yeah, you can like mold this thing in any way you want. Okay, so like I can have something like I can have it in format like a name Ram and name Shyam. Okay, similarly I can do this for similarly I can do for this one as well. Okay, so now let me just save and submit, and here you can see like it started giving me an output in this format. So I hope you understand what did I want to say. Okay, so now let's talk about instructional prompting and how it works. Although back in the time when there was only like GPT-2 as GPT-2 in terms of advanced model that we had, uh, back then it was not that efficient. But nowadays, because GPT-4 and GPT-3 uh, and these sort of models, LLMs, are now much more capable to understand some reasonings. Okay, like the way you ask the question. That's why instructional prompting can be the one of the best way and one of the cost effective way to you know uh, get your answer, because here you don't have to explain different examples. You don't have to give it different examples like this is how answer should be. But what you need to understand, what do you have to do is like you have to explain it in a way so that it can understand and comprehend that particular thing. So for example, so in few source prompting, what we did, we took a paragraph and we extracted out that in array like format. And what I did for that, like I basically provided like a bunch of examples. Okay, although it was a nice way to do this, but like it we had to add like a lot of examples for that. And if you know this, like here you get charged for every single token that you use, which means like every prompt, every single word that you use in your prompt, you will be charged for that. So you have to be very careful with it. Okay, when you are adding prompt and all, when you are adding basically examples and all, like wildly. So yeah, now let's try to achieve the same thing with the instructional prompting. Okay, so this is the first time I don't even know like if it will be able to do that, but I think because I tried it on those different things, and I think it might work. So what we are going to do, we will basically give it instruction uh, given a sentence, that paragraph, paragraph extract and names like word from it in array format. Name all. Okay, so here we have given it like a very straightforward instruction like what it needs to do. Okay, now what we will do, we will basically provide our sentence to it. uh, for example, let's take example of this one, Musk. Yeah, this one, the same that we did here. Okay, and I will provide this example here, and I want it to give me an answer here in this format. So here you can see like it has started giving an answer in this particular format. South Africa. Okay, so one thing here you need to understand, like whenever you encounter something like this, like here it has added like Laundry, Musk, Pretoria, and but at the same time it has also added this thing called South Africa, right? But all this name, but it's not a Persian name. Okay, so what we will do, we will change our prompt a little bit, and we will define that extract only Persian names. Okay, and just by making this change, and you will see now it will basically exclude all the items that are not humans, that are not person basically. So yeah, so that's how you can basically define your instructional prompting. That's how you can do instructional prompting. Okay, so last but not the least is instruction. Sorry, I mean experimentation that I was talking about. Okay, but I think we have covered as well. I think we have covered that as well. Recently, what we did, like here you can see like when we had only this thing, like only names, like word from it, then it gave us like every single name, be it a place and anything like that. Okay, but the moment when you changed this to a person, it started giving me an answer. It started giving us an answer that we were expecting it to. Okay, so yeah, this is the one of the best way to prompt. Okay, so whatever you do, always experiment with your prompt and try to find the best way and the best prompt in which you can get very productive answer that you are expecting. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you liked it. And if you like this video, then don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe this channel. I'll see you in the next video, and for then, goodbye.